Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set, ready, 60 outlaw. Check, right, 54.
On first down, Cloud. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
We got this.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Newton. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll go down at the 28.
Ready. 70, Indy. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
On the ready.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a first and 10 at the... And that is caught! Touchdown, Detroit! From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
On the ready. 50. Slam. Quick edge. Wait. Deuce. Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8. Hey, logo. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But
he's got him in. Complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check 37. Check 37. Get him on. West. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now Jackson on first down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Switch. Check 3.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devin Singletary, His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 57 yards.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Hey, Delta. Here we go. Let's put that team on the front. Switch.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. Now back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Yep. Let's go right here. 5.
2nd and 6. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Check the backer. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football.
Example of it on that play. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Reeves-Maybin came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch this one small. 36, 36.
Throwing is Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's fourth down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here's Agnew. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
No.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check 43. Ball trot. Set up.
Now it's Jackson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
50
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's coming. It's free. Orbit. Right here, guys. Fight 51. 51. You go, night. Check 9.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll throw now on the final play. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on some all the work he's getting.
51, Mike.
Jackson on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Shift.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right of...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Reeves-Maybin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's it. Big hit. We go. Thank you, Gator. What times? We got 4. Get ready.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run on first down. Cloud fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 47. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you'll have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I'd be lucky.
It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 39 that time. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And now and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I got you.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Cloud, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now it's the backup Newton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. On 1st down, Cloud. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Check, Mike 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian Kirk, his 11th touchdown of the year. as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. On play action, they'll throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Jackson now. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The place.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run on first down. Cloud, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis, so long, everybody.